Now that you've answered the tough questions, we're going to move forward where the rubber meets the road and actually choose a domain name. So this is probably one of the most important questions or things you need to think about, to be honest. You need to have a domain name that is relatively short, easy to understand, and not gibberish, to be honest. There's a lot of domain names out there that are essentially gibberish because domain names at this point are pretty hard to come by. You need to be a little more creative. So I've personally made a few sites that have less than ideal domain names, but that's just how it goes these days. So in order to choose a domain name, I recommend a few sites. The first one is called Domain Typer, and it's instant and will tell you everything that you would ever want to know about your domain. So let's type in Google. Oh, look, Google is taken. So google.com taken. You can even view the who is right here, which will tell you who owns the site. You can visit the site and then view the page rank, which is how it's ranked, essentially, the quality of the site. So you can type in Google, but then let's say we want to type in Google Glass. Google Glass is also owned, but Google Glass 4242 is available. So you can see .com right here. And then to buy it, you can either click Buy It Now or GoDaddy or UD.com, and that will tell you the price right there. So let's say we want My Awesome Class is available. So myawesomeclass.com is available, myawesomeclass.net or .org. You can also add in a few subdomains here, or not subdomains, top level domains. So let's say you want, .af, and because it's a class that's taking place in Afghanistan. So you could click here and it'll even tell you where you can buy it. So they're a little more expensive if you buy some of the foreign ones, but in general they're pretty cheap. So .net and .org are usually a little bit less. It varies by where you're looking. So basically, let's click on this right here. We'll click GoDaddy, and basically it'll just buy, or it'll walk you through it. So it'll tell you it's available. So it says it's actually $12.99. That must be a price increase because this says $7.99 right here. So that's too bad. But in any case, it'll also offer you a few other options. So let's say My Awesome Class is, great and all, but we want something a little smaller. So we want something like class.com. And unfortunately, that's not available. And it's kind of hard to come up with another idea for it. So we're going to use a different website now called Domain Hole. So you just type in the keyword, we'll type in class, and then you can just combine the keyword with popular prepends or appends right here, and you can add it to your word list. So we're going to hit spin it, and as it loads, it's basically just adding a bunch of popular terms along with class, and it'll tell you what's available. So we could have classever.com, classhead.com, classhit, class mega, all that stuff. If you like one, you can hit the little heart right here. But it'll also tell you the ones that are not available. So classmy.com is not available. But class public is, so you could click on that, and then you could just hit the available button, and it'll give you the option of where you want to register that domain. So it doesn't give you the price, but it does. They're all pretty similar. They're about $10, $10 US, more or less. So another great thing about Domain Hole is actually the name spinner is the thing we just used, but they have a lot of other things. So let's try expired search right now. So again, we want to use the keyword of class, and we want to see words that have expired in the last 60 days, right? So we'll hit search domains, and this is the expired domain search. So these are people who have forgotten to renew their domain, basically, and it's a little tougher to get these sometimes, and this is actually the best expired domain search tool that I've found personally, so I'd recommend you check it out. So it seems to be taking a little bit long. This usually takes quite a while since it's a more in-depth search and things change on a daily basis. So there's a lot of other ways that you can explore your domain, but I would recommend trying this out at least once. So albumclassics.com right here is available, classic tapas, all that stuff. So as you can see, there's a ton of expired domains, and you can snap those up pretty easily, and a lot of these are usually pretty good, to be honest. So it'll even take words that aren't class and will expand upon them, so There's classy, classified, all that stuff to give you an idea. Classic, that kind of stuff. So if you want to check out expired domains, use that. Finally, I wanted to point you to the Brainstormer. So this is a fun tool that is a lot faster, I've found. But basically, it will just show you everything available, including variations, expired domains. And this should probably be your first step. I wish this was the homepage of Domainhole. But in general, you can see everything that's available all on one page, so you don't need to constantly check things. So if we wanted a class.com website, we may have to settle for Classola or something like that, classdome.com. So all these are available. Keep an eye on the green things here. So purchase the one that you like. Feel free to spend as much time on this step as you'd like, but I would recommend using these two websites. They seem to be the most efficient, and I will see you on the next lesson.